Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya 𝗕𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏. Ini adalah episod pertama Tips Meniaga. Dalam season yang lepas, kita bawakan kepada para penonton Meniaga Live, di mana kita menjemput para peniaga untuk memperkenalkan produk mereka dan menceritakan pengalaman mereka meniaga di atas aplikasi meniaga. Untuk musim terbaru, kita bawakan Tips Meniaga, di mana kita akan masih menjemput peniaga-peniaga untuk berceritakan tentang tips perjalanan mereka, suka duka dalam menjalankan perniagaan mereka. Dan untuk hari ini, saya 𝗕𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗏 di studio meniaga sangat-sangat beruntung kerana kami hari ini didatangi oleh seorang lagi peniaga, iaitu Puan Hana daripada 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Khabar Puan?
Alhamdulillah.
Okey. Puan Hana dah datang untuk season yang lepas untuk Meniaga Live, yang itu dia lebih banyak menceritakan tentang produk-produknya, tentang keknya. Tapi kali ini kita nak dengar sendiri dengan lebih lanjut perkongsian beliau tentang the journey, itulah perjalanan sebagai seorang peniaga. Sebelum kita pergi ke segmen tersebut, saya ingin meminta semua untuk membuat turun aplikasi meniaga di Google Play Store dan juga App Store. Ramadan dah nak dekat. Kepada semua peniaga di luar sana, kita ingin menjemput semua untuk membuat turun aplikasi meniaga, dan pendaftaran adalah percuma dan ini boleh dijadikan sebagai salah satu lagi punca pendapatan tambahan anda sempena Ramadan yang akan datang. So, untuk episod pertama Tips Meniaga, saya ingin ucapkan selamat datang ke Puan Hana dari 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Yes.
Apa khabar Puan?
Good, Alhamdulillah.
So, how does it feel coming back for second time?
Nervous masih?
So, masih nervous. Yang dulu dalam Meniaga Live di-interview oleh Fiza. Kali ni saya untuk tips meniaga, saya akan berbual Puan. Puan, sebelum kita pergi dengan lebih lanjut tentang your business and everything, maybe you can tell a bit more about yourself. Sebelum ni belajar mana, apa pengalaman kerja profesional dan sebagainya.
Saya graduate UIA Law, and then saya buat masters di UK. So I was a litigation lawyer for a few years, and then an in-house lawyer for a cyber company JLC dekat berjaya. And then masa saya kerja di as an in-house tu, saya dah start baking sikit-sikit and then jual to colleagues, family and friends. And then I had to quit my job because of my son punya health condition.
I see.
Yeah. So that was when I started doing it more seriously lah, basically. Yeah.
So very interesting. I mean, started your career as a legal practitioner.
Yes.
Before I nak cakap pasal your business, maybe we want to talk about more about your legal experience so far. I mean, as a legal practitioner, I mean, how was it? I mean, you started as a lawyer.
Yeah.
You called to the bar, and everything. How was the journey? I mean, maybe before we talk about the cakes, let's talk about
the legal
journey. How was it?
It was interesting.
Okay.
It was good. It also takes a lot of your life.
I see.
Yes. Yeah.
Was it demanding?
It was very demanding.
Can you maybe kepada penonton mungkin tidak familiar life sebagai seorang peguam, kan? Maybe you can describe in general.
In general, when I first during my first year of practicing, I
When
came
was
back.
that one?
2011. Yes, 2011 I was called to the bar. Yeah. I went back to UIA to see my lecturer. So he asked me, how is it now? But I was like, I came out of the house before the sun came out. And I came back to the house after the sun dah. So basically pagi gelap, balik gelap. Yeah, so that was, I guess that is most of professional punya career sekarang kan. But it was demanding lah. A lot of travelling, a lot of on the road, a lot of waiting. Yes, it's not as glamorous as the TV shows. It's a lot of waiting.
Alright. Saya tak tahu Puan Hana before dia adalah seorang peguam. Now it's getting more interesting. Now mungkin Puan boleh kongsikan. I mean, it's quite a journey actually, daripada seorang peguam JLC, and you mentioned awal tadi partly because of your son as well.
Yes.
But how did this 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 come into picture? Macam mana boleh terjadi ataupun dapat inspirasi 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏?
When I was growing up, saya memang buat kuih raya dengan my sister and my mom, tapi it was just like chocolate chip cookies. That was our family specialty. Tak ada. Kita orang just satu je.
So fokus fokus satu produk je.
Chocolate chip cookies. So when I was in UIA also, sometimes I will make it and I will sell it, or I will help my sister to sell it.
I see.
Yeah. So and then fast forward through all of that. When I get married to my husband, he was also interested in baking, and I also had a friend back in UIA, and she was really good in baking. She was the one who introduced me to chocolate tart. Yes, because I rasa hers first, and it was like super good. And she inspired me to bake more. And from there, me and my husband, we started experimenting. And kita orang, we basically belajar buat sendiri lah semua. YouTube, internet. I went to one class and that was about it. But it was a lot of trial and error.
I see.
Yeah, and he was the meticulous kind of person. So they're very like to the metric system. He will use the metric system, I will use the cup system. Kalau baking, you have to precise.
I see.
But I usually use cup. But my husband teach me to use the metric system.
I see.
So you have to measure everything, because when you measure one cup is different.
I see.
Every time you take in. So he developed recipes. Like the brownies that you tasted, it took him 5 years to perfect that recipe. Yes.
So okay, this is getting interesting. I mean, maksudnya so the measurement, I mean how precise your measurement, ukuran bahan itu, dia memang akan affect rasa makanan.
Yes, texture, especially baking.
Can you maybe share your experience? Mungkin kalau terlebih bahan ni, dia rasa macam mana? I mean,
macam katakan brownies. Our take on brownies, it has to be completely fudgy. It cannot be cakey at all.
I see.
Yeah, because if you want cakey, you eat chocolate cake. You don't eat brownies.
So that's the difference of texture when it comes
to,
in your opinion, like, it has to be fudgy.
In our opinion, it has to be fudgy. It has to be completely very intense chocolate.
I see.
Yeah. So if you terlebih tepung, you will get a little bit more cakey like that.
Okay. Soalan dia, you cakap you attend kelas sekali je. So baking you can learn by yourself. You can. You definitely can learn baking by yourself. So maksudnya apa? You just Google or you watch YouTube?
You Google recipe, you make sure you read all the reviews. That is where the tips are.
I see.
Yes. So usually you will get we will only find recipes with 5 stars sahaja and a lot of reviews. So you get people punya mistake, so you don't make the same mistake.
I see.
You learn a lot from mistakes, right? So you might as well get a lot of mistakes, but you can tapis lah kiranya. You tapis dulu, jangan buat salah yang ni, jangan buat salah yang. That way internet really helps because you get a lot of people punya experience and you can build your own from there.
So maksudnya, I mean, kepada penonton di luar sana, I mean, it doesn't have to. I mean, you don't need the talent, right, to bake, or you just can learn by yourself. Because I never bake anything in my life. Saya tak pernah buat cake, tak pernah buat biskut.
You do need to have a sense of taste. Yes.
Okay. Alright.
Which can be developed.
I see.
Yes. So macam, because kalau you just rasa one time, you say, oh, this cake is sedap. Everybody can say
it's not enough.
Is sedap. It's not enough. You have to know, like what does it need? Why is it sedap? Is it the texture? Is it the cut through of the taste, yang manis, and then you ada something to cut through the sweetness with the tartness. Like that, yeah. And then the brownies, it was just Belgian chocolate brownies, and then we experimented with brown butter.
I see.
Brown butter is it sounded like macam very wow.
Brown butter is what actually? Sorry.
Brown butter is the process of browning the butter before you add in. So when you brown the butter, which essentially you panaskan, you masak dia sampai it tasted nutty, but not to the point of burning. So you have to make sure you stop before they burn. And then dia macam buat caramel tau. Buat caramel, there's a fine line between caramelizing and burning. Yeah. So you can either use a thermometer or you can use your smell.
I see.
Yeah, so that is by experience.
I mean, setakat yang kita dah cakap ni, I mean, I can conclude, if I conclude it correctly, I mean, you know what you're doing.
InsyaAllah.
You pay attention to the details. Maksudnya Puan bukan setakat detail to the bahan-bahan, tapi even cara, skill nak buat cake dan sebagainya. Soalan saya, why cake? Why not something else? I mean, because saya tengok macam-macam produk dekat luar sana kan. I mean, just to share, I mean, ada orang jual kerepek, and now they improvise. Ada orang jual macam, now saya tengok ada kerepek salted krepek. They improvise. There are so many product, macam-macam produk di luar sana. I mean, you can just sell, I don't know, ayam pecik ke apa ke. Why cake?
Because okay, I like cake, obviously, but not 100% juga I suka, savory things more than desserts sebenarnya.
Savory,
But when I eat cake, I really like to eat really good cakes.
I see.
Yeah, and I have tasted, like macam I said, my friend who inspired me to bake.
So I have to stop you. You kata you suka kek yang you rasa yang sedap, yang bagus.
Yes.
Sebab sebelum ni pernah rasa kek tak sedap ke? And then you marah, I have to perfect it. For your personal experience ke macam mana?
Especially from my friend tu, yang her name is 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗏.
Okay. It's alright, it's okay.
Yes.
Hi 𝗕𝗏𝗏.
Okay, yes, hi 𝗕𝗏𝗏. When I tasted back in 𝗺𝗚𝗏, she made a red velvet for me.
I see.
And I have tasted red velvet elsewhere. There were only 2 places that I actually like red velvet.
Okay, ready?
Yes, hers and kedai in Pavilion. I can't remember the name already.
Okay, alright.
And then she made the chocolate tart, which was also like eye-opening for me. So I know there is a difference between a dessert and really good dessert.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. So for me, cakes should be really good because you're eating calories, and it's an indulgent.
Correct.
Yeah. So you have to make sure it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Alright. So pada penonton, jawapan Puan Hana, well, I mean, I'm laughing listening to that sebab yelah, I mean, dia more like for her, cake kena sedap, cake kena berkualiti.
I pernah kerja secret recipe. Yes, I forgot about that.
Okay. And because you are taking calories, ambil kalori banyak like cake ni, so it's better worth it because you have to exercise later to burn the calories, but it has to be good lah. Okay, so Puan Hana, kenapa nama Butter and Love? Mana inspirasi nama ni?
Okay, that's an interesting story behind the name.
Okay.
At first, we were called 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 get grumpy bila dalam kitchen because you know it's hot and it's stressful. So, but then my mom said, why are you naming yourself grumpy because it's negative? You know, you need something positive. So I started baking when my first son was 1 year plus, and he just started talking. So one night I was baking and I was taking out the butter. So my son was like, "What is that, mommy?" I said, "Oh, this is butter." And then he was like, "Oh, butter and love." So that's how it is. Yes.
Okay, so that's the story.
That's the story.
Okay,
so he was the first one who said it, and then we were like, "That's a nice name to replace." Yes.
Any idea why love?
I have no idea.
Was it from his reading ke apa ke?
No, he was 1 year plus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, so kita dah tahu macam mana dapat beri nama butter and love ni. Okay, branding is important.
Yeah.
I mean, macam-macam cara untuk branding. Do you think picking up a name for product is important?
Yes.
Can you?
Like I said before, we were called 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗂𝗏. So I think my mom was right. It was a negative name. So when we changed to butter and love, it rolls on the tongue more easier.
I see.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
As compared to grumpy.
Yes. And the essence of baking is usually butter, and we do it with love.
Yeah.
So it represents who we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another tip, pemilihan nama, branding produk adalah penting. Even to Puan macam mana cara nak sebut. Macam tadi Puan Hana kongsikan, nama asal tu pun susah nak disebut. Dia ada konotasi negatif. And now, of course, the story is from the son, yang sebut butter and love. And it's interesting macam mana pemilihan nama yang are supposed positive represents the brand, represents the product, just grows on people.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. How long Puan butter and love already in business? How did you start actually? I mean, butter and love jual dengan kawan-kawan, WhatsApp, macam mana?
Yes, it's mostly word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yes. It started dengan I bawa to family events and to office parties. And people just start ordering from there.
I see.
Yeah, and then they will order for their friends, and then their friends will order. So I didn't do much marketing before. It was mostly word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you have one other interesting career. Lawyer, in-house, and now full time dekat butter and love. susah ke berniaga ni? I mean, yelah, now everyone can just launch their store instantly, you know. I mean, let's say kalau I want to sell jambu batu with asam, I can just do it. But kita tahu berniaga is more than that. It's just not selling the product, it's the hard work, it's the marketing. I mean, your experience so far, pengalaman Puan with, you know, from the change of the name until Butter and Love, how has it been so far?
It has been right, but I think the susah part is the sustainability.
Can you explain more on that?
Like, anybody can sell anything now when the hype is there.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
macam okay, sekarang semua orang suka that 𝗕𝗂𝗁𝗃 thing.
𝗕𝗂𝗁𝗃, yes.
So everybody is selling it, but will it sustain for many years to come? And if you, for me, that is the part lah. For as a baker and an entrepreneur, we try to sustain our business with not just new products. We don't want just to churn out products macam machine tu. Consistency, and also when we bring out a new product, it also have to be something special.
Puan, I suppose you jaga daripada rumah secara kecil-kecil. And now Butter and Love juga boleh didapati di meniaga di Cyberjaya apa kan? Dan Putrajaya dan kawasan sekeliling. Of course, bila cakap pasal meniaga ni, you need capital kan, you need modal. How do you manage the modal part, the capital part?
The capital part, we started very small. Okay, let's say just baking for friends and family. So when I first started baking from home, I guna mixer yang dapat hadiah masa kahwin.
Right. Brilliant.
You know, you dapat periuk nasi. And one of it will be the hand mixer. So as I...
Do people still use hand mixer?
Yes.
Okay, alright. Because I remember, my mum pakai hand mixer lah yang bunyi kuat gila, yang cucuk.
Yang cucuk dua tu. There are some ingredients that yang guna tu dia lagi efficient sebenarnya, and lagi senang nak control. For me, that's So and then when I started to bake more and more for selling, we decided to invest on one of the biggest investment that we had to make for business, which is a stand mixer.
I see.
A stand mixer would cost about 4,000 to 5,000.
But I mean, membantu tak rasa?
Membantu, very membantu, because it's more heavy duty. And it makes your life easier lah, basically. And also oven. I would say our two biggest investment was oven and the stand mixer.
That is from your savings or?
From savings.
So but how do you, I mean, yelah, saya pun tak pernah meniaga. I mean, I'm not really sure orang kata apa, pusing modal, you know, you price your product so that you can you can just plan further.
Yes.
How do you manage that? I mean, modal, the untung part, how do you manage
that? That is my husband's part. He is an accountant. Yes.
So he will help and
he will do the costing, and then he will take a percentage of how much profit we should make, and then we will roll the money from there lah, basically.
So interesting. Puan Hana dah share dengan kita. I mean, dia punya biggest investment ada dua. Had the stand mixer
and oven.
Yes. Okay, so kepada aspiring baker di luar sana, I mean you know what to do now. If you want I mean, you can start with the hand mixer. But you know, I mean, kalau demand tu dah lagi banyak, I mean, you are talking also about economies of scale jugalah.
Yes.
You need, you know, invest on machine dan I mean, it's not rocket science. I mean, you nak ada lebih banyak, you have to invest in the machine that can make the demand lah. Okay, sekarang kita fokus kepada produk yang ada di Butter and Love. Okay. Banyaknya kalori di atas meja ini, but
good calories,
good cakes, nampak sangat menyelerakan. Maybe Puan boleh explain satu persatu, I mean, this product.
Okay, firstly, this is our chocolate tart. Salted chocolate tart. It is yang, like I've said, this was inspired by my friend Hazi too, and then we learned Gordon Ramsay punya recipe. Yes, and we developed from there. And if you can zoom, you can see that there's sprinkles of sea salt there.
Oh, okay. That's sea salt?
That is sea salt.
Sea salt apa, garam laut I mean garam.
Yes. Melden sea salt.
Okay, alright.
So the saltiness, it will cutkan the chocolatey taste.
I
but
see.
When you get the saltiness, it's a good, like an explosion in your mouth like that.
Okay, So the saltiness, the chocolate taste, how did you come to that conclusion? Okay, let's strike the balance rasa masin sikit dengan rasa coklat. Is this normal? Is that what other people outside?
Not really for sweet things. People lately people are putting saltiness into baking stuff. Before this, it wasn't so much. But you know how the food that we eat today is so globalized, kan?
Correct.
I mean, we have takoyaki selling on the street now. You don't see that 10 years ago in Malaysia. You have probably never even heard of churros in Malaysia 10 years ago. Yes.
But actually, it's quite similar to what we have, like cakwe but with a different.
But dah jadi kita punya street food dah.
Alright.
So now people are putting more savory things into sweet things and mixing it because it actually goes well together. This is one of our best seller burnt matcha cheesecake. Yes.
I bought this before. This is my favorite. Yeah.
So the crust is Oreo. The crust is Oreo crust. So you get chocolate and green tea. Yeah, and the green tea powder we use very high quality. It's imported from Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are the things that we have to put into costing. We have to admit that our cakes are not murah. Yeah, but we have calculated the cost and we've taken into percentage of profit. But we don't want to scheme on taste. Yes.
Tadi you mentioned the green tea powder itu is from Japan. How do you get the supply? Macam mana Puan beli?
From the high-end punya grocer. Yes.
Okay. So what, do you have to wait for some time or is readily available dekat?
It's readily but not all of the stores. Yeah, I mean I already know that the one in Berjaya ada, so I usually will go there lah.
Okay. Alright. So before that, this is my favorite. I got this for my birthday. Okay. So this is the one. Okay. How about this?
This is our version of Victoria sandwich cake. Usually the classic Victoria, they don't use cream cheese, which we use. They use whipped cream, I think. But we change it into cream cheese, so dia macam ada tartina sikit, and it's mixed with our homemade berries compote. So the purple that you see is not jam.
Yes,
we cook it ourselves.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Quite complex, eh?
Yes.
Kalau cake macam ni, I mean, now I know these two dah memang complex, but this is something that we can relate to. But this one, because it seems like a layer of layer, and you cook, apa orang panggil tadi?
Compote.
The compote.
I
mean, kalau cake Victoria ni, how long does it? Berapa lama preparation dia?
Preparation dia tak lama. I mean, I dah biasa buat, so dia tak berapa lama lah. But I like my cakes untuk buat the day before supaya dia lagi steady bila I bagi dekat orang, it doesn't flop and all of that.
Yes. Okay. So far dalam tiga-tiga ni, yang mana yang your killer lah, yang orang kan?
This one, because they don't get this anywhere else.
Oh ya ke?
Yeah, I know. I think 𝗕𝗏𝗏 ada buat burnt matcha cheesecake.
I see. Okay.
But not many people make matcha cheesecake as good as ours.
That's a good one. Okay, now I nak rasa. Okay, I nak rasa. So maybe we start with this lah, because this one I dah try. I mean, this one matcha green tea. This one tak ada issue sedap. So I'll try this one. Okay. I have to run after this.
Okay.
After makan ni. Yeah, bismillah.
So the cake is butter cake. Yeah, and it's a bit sweet, so we make it masam for the cream.
Yeah. Okay, I like the compote. I think the combination is right. I mean, because ni masam, dan juga cake tu sweet kan? It's a butter cake.
Yes.
I mean, I tak nak explain. You have to buy for you to know the taste. But I just want to have more bites. Nak makan lagi. Sebab cake ni, I think this is my as someone yang makan cake. I think cake just ada dua je outcome. Sama ada kalau kita makan first bite, kita nak lagi, ataupun you rasa muak dan you rasa macam I mean, one bite is enough. I mean, this is not a paid review, but I can tell you this is good.
Okay,
good.
Thank you.
Good. Okay, this is the Victoria. Macam tak cakap, I dah cuba before this. It's really great. The burnt matcha cheesecake.
Yes, burnt matcha cheesecake.
Okay, I want to try this one.
Yeah.
This is apa tadi?
Chocolate tart. Yeah, and it's made with Belgian chocolate.
Yeah.
Which for chocolates, you really need to use good chocolate.
Good chocolate.
Yeah. It is different. The taste is different.
Okay. Kepada penonton di luar sana, mungkin Puan Hana boleh jelaskan.
Okay.
Apa maksud good chocolate? Because for me, chocolate lah. Yeah, but for you, yang very precise, what does it mean by good chocolate?
When usually people say it's Belgian chocolate, the way they process it, it's not too much. But there's a percentage. For this one, we use 54% cocoa. Okay, but some of our customers and ourselves, we like more bitter and more deeper. So we would use 70% chocolate.
Saya rasa bersalah sebab I let Puan Hana to do the explanation while I'm enjoying this part. Okay, dia punya chocolate tu very rich. Again, you just want more bites of it, and the crust is great.
Yeah, the crust is digestive. Crust, yes, and but we spice it a little bit. With cinnamon and cardamom. So yeah.
Okay, Puan. This is really great. I mean, I will have the matcha later. Takkan nak makan semua kan? But these two are really great. Kepada yang nak buat birthday ataupun any occasion, nak sambut anniversary ke apa ke, anak masuk sekolah ke apa ke, I mean, nak bagi pada kawan-kawan anak sekolah, please go to Butter and Love. It's really great. Dan saya rasa memang, I mean, not because she's here today, but I mean, if it's good, it's good. So sangat sedap.
The crust though, I added cinnamon and cardamom, so it's also spices that you use for cooking.
Okay.
We put it in baking as well.
Perlu ke bila buat kek ni kena ada that spices?
Tak perlu.
Okay.
Tapi it adds a different level of taste and smell. Yes.
Okay, alright.
Yes, it's just like macam, some people drink coffee with spices.
Yeah.
Or you make drinks. People have made like drinks with chili, so they that sharpness from the spices. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So Puan Hana banyak sangat ilmu yang nak dikongsi. I dah lost, what to ask but anyway, okay. Sebelum kita tutup, I mean, apa pesanan ataupun nasihat Puan kepada penonton di luar sana yang nak mula meniaga? Do you just do it or do you study first and try to understand the market?
I think you should just do it.
Okay.
But on a small scale, you have to play to your strength. You don't want to lose much unless you have a lot to lose. Unless you don't have anything to lose. Yes. But basically, you test the water first, and then you have to, like anything else you do in life, you have to grow with it. You can't expect to make a bang in the face, because not many people are privileged enough to just jump into something that you have to put in thousands or $100,000s of dollars. It's nice when a lot of people are preaching this kind of stuff, but you have to be realistic. Not many of us are privileged to do that.
Correct. So maksudnya kuku baju di badan sendiri.
Yes.
Kena tahu kekuatan dan kena tahu juga apa yang kita. I mean, some people can afford to take loans.
Yeah.
Some people just feel it's risky move to do it.
Yes.
Dan saya rasa
and sustainability. Yeah, you want something that you can work with in the long run.
Okay. Ramadan is coming. Raya is coming. Apakah perancangan Puan untuk puasa dan juga raya?
Usually during Ramadan we will scale back. We will scale down because we want to focus on Ramadan. Because anything, if you want to go into business, the first thing you have to do is barakah. Okay. Yes. So I mean, whatever. It's not just business. Okay, when you please your creator, then he will help you. You don't, rezeki kan daripada Allah. You don't have to please anyone else but him. Yeah. So, tapi I know Puan akan rest waktu puasa. But I mean, do people macam kawan-kawan just
buat order?
I will still try to do it lah.
I see.
Yeah.
So order tu bila? Masuk nak hujung-hujung nak raya?
Masa nak hujung-hujung raya, yes. Usually they want for open house.
Open house.
Yeah.
So okay, that is interesting. I mean, so kalau dia nak for open house, so will you be busy delivering your cakes on hari raya ke macam mana? You bagi lebih awal ke macam mana?
Yes, saya bagi lagi awal.
I see.
Saya bagi lagi awal. Yeah.
Okay. Kalau raya pertama tu open house.
Yeah, and usually sekarang I use the delivery services lah. I don't go deliver to myself except for
yang
dekat berjaya and saya berjaya macam tu when we go back to our parents' house. Then along the way kalau ada sesiapa order kita orang just hantar lah. But most of the time we will use delivery services.
So I mean PKP memang dah setahun dengan kita MCO. How does that? I mean, how did the experience? I mean,
PKP
that, I mean, sama je ke atau lebih banyak order?
Lebih banyak order actually during PKP.
Means what? People like sweet. I mean, okay, I'm trying to understand why.
People stress makan cake, and also
that's a good way of putting it.
And also a lot of them minta I hantar to their family.
Oh,
they cannot see their family, so they're sending gift. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, usually they will send to their parents, or their parents will suruh hantar just because rindu, you want to send something good. Yeah.
I can totally relate to the stress part. Because I'm staying, saya duduk seorang. So, I mean, what else? I mean, of course you do other things, you kerja semua kan.
Yeah.
But I have comfort when I have this, matcha in my fridge because I know kalau I boring, I can just go take one slice and then watch Netflix and then go back again for another slice, So betul. I mean, this one bukannya pandai-pandai cakap memang. I'm not saying I stress lah. I mean, it's just that
you have to duduk rumah, tak boleh keluar.
Yes. What else do you do? I mean, you can't lepak dekat luar and makan. So I suppose and benda ni memang membantu lah.
Yeah, and a lot of mothers beli also untuk ada dalam fridge because PKP anak selalu lapar.
Betul.
Yeah, and they can only cook dia orang kerja kat rumah.
Yes.
They work from home, so they can only cook for the main meals. But growing kids so hungry.
One last thing before kita end the show. Tadi Puan sebut tentang growing kids and you yourself, raising a son, you have a family. Macam mana Puan bahagikan masa? I mean, I know you tak ada kerja Peguam ataupun kerja with 𝗕𝗂𝗏 now. How do you manage it? I mean, is it hard?
It is. I mean, parenthood is very hard. Okay.
Okay.
There is nothing easy about being a parent, and much less in a pandemic era where you work from home, your husband work from home, but the kids get more clingy because they're dah biasa.
How many
parents
you have?
Two sons.
2 sons. Okay,
yes.
alright.
I quit after my second son was born.
I see.
He was born with a complex heart disease.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
But he's okay now, alhamdulillah. But we try to make the most of it. So diorang pun dah boleh bake a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah. If I'm not baking for customers, I will definitely bake with them. Yeah. So whenever you get them involved, they'll just be happy. Yeah.
So in your case, maksudnya walaupun your business this is full time now, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's a full time business. Maksudnya you integrate your life. Yelah, because sometimes people try to have the the boundaries kan. Maksudnya kerja, family.
That's not going to work with mothers working at home.
Alright, so,
I mean, not for me lah.
So I mean, I suppose many mothers out there, ibu-ibu di luar sana boleh relate dengan story Puan Hana. I mean, work is work lah, but I suppose you have to integrate it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I actually get to teach my sons maths when doing baking. So, the measuring, the cups.
Okay.
Yeah, it helps. You just need to, tweak and turn your life to make it. Yeah.
Okay, alright. Terima kasih Puan Hana untuk perkongsian ini. Sebelum saya ingin ucapkan terima kasih kepada Puan Hana. I mean, it has been, saya tak rasa lama pun. Satu perkongsian yang sangat menarik daripada seorang peguam, jadi in-house counsel, now set up her own butter and love business, cake. Not just selling cakes, but I mean, saya rasa yang menonton belajar banyak benda sebenarnya tentang kek, tentang cara-cara nak menghasilkan kek. Jadi kepada semua yang ingin menyokong perniagaan Puan Hana, boleh dapatkan produk-produk ini di Meniaga. Boleh search Butter and Love. Pada masa yang sama juga boleh pergi ke Instagram Butter and Love. You can also order from there. Jadi terima kasih Puan Hana. Thank you so much.
Thank you
So
for having me.
kalau saya panggil for second time boleh lagi kot? Third time?
Boleh, Chow.
Boleh.
Boleh,
Because,
Chow.
I mean, where else you can hear about, tentang kerja, tentang buat kek, parenthood, I mean, it has been lovely sharing from you. Jadi itu saja untuk episod pertama tips meniaga. Jangan lupa untuk muat turun aplikasi meniaga di Google Play Store dan juga App Store. Saya 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏. Kita jumpa lagi dalam episod yang akan datang. Assalamualaikum dan bye-bye. Okay, Puan Hana, kita akan main quiz.
Okay.
So get ready.
Okay.
Format ni simple je. Saya akan tanyakan beberapa soalan dan dia kena pilih salah satu jawapan. Dia nak hurai pun boleh, dia nak pilih dua-dua pun boleh. Okay. Jual online ke buka kedai?
Buka kedai.
Buka kedai. Alright. Dalam meniaga, hard work atau business? Skill?
Hard work and skill.
Hard work and skill. Dua-dua. Okay. Dalam meniaga, do you take risk or you be play safe all the time?
Both. Balance.
Balance. Okay. Soalan keempat, Puan. Kerja untuk orang atau jadi bos sendiri?
Bos sendiri.
Bos sendiri. Okay. Dan soalan yang terakhir adalah cheese ke coklat?
Cheese.
Cheese. Okay. That's quick.
And chocolate.
And chocolate. Okay. Alright.